Here's my entry to Eurobricks contest TC31, a LEGO Agents-themed monster truck. So initially I had much more ambitious hopes for this model. I was hoping to have a peristaltic pump running hydraulic brakes and an actual planetary 3-speed transmission. But neither of those concepts worked out, so I ended up going for something a fair bit simpler. But yeah, at this point I'm just happy to have something done. So it's got, yeah, like I said, it's inspired by LEGO Agents, original LEGO theme they had from, I think, 2008 to 2009. So I just kind of tried to follow their color scheme, mostly using the dark blue parts from my Ford GT set. That constrained me a bit, but I don't know. It gave me something to go on for looks when it was pretty wide open. I'm pleased enough with how it turned out. So for manual functions, we've naturally got solid axle suspension front and rear. Good bit of articulation. And then we've also got pneumatic brakes front and rear. So monster trucks are a bit unusual in their braking system. On real trucks and on mine here, you've got a single brake before your differential. So mine are running small pneumatic cylinders here. So we got the manual pump up here. And then a little hidden valve up here. Which then allows you to apply the brake, which will make it harder to turn the axle. Flip the valve to turn it off, and it's the same front and rear. So our first motorized function is drive, which is coming from Power Function's XL motor up there, through a transmission, down to all four wheels, and also running this V8 piston engine. There it's driving in second. We've got this 3-speed controlled by a Power Function servo motor. I'm using this ball joint here to give friction on here. So first gear, second gear, third gear. It's a little unhappy going uphill there. I think it'll go downhill. But during the build process, my rechargeable battery started going out. So I just gave it too much strain and now it just turned off. So I'll let it reset. So now for third gear. So in that last clip you may have noticed I was running it off its charger on my battery here. That didn't seem to help it with its torque issues. So for the rest of it I'm going to be running off this Mold King 6.0 battery, which is not a LEGO part, it's not part of the model. The model should have worked fine with this LEGO battery box, but it's just starting to fail, and I don't think there's much I can do about that at this point. So we've then got 3 steering modes, all individually, all remote controlled. So we've got Power Function's large motor for the steering, which is using small linear actuators mounted on each axle to try to simulate the hydraulic cylinders of, I imagine, a real monster truck. So here we've just got our front wheel steering. And then this Power Function's medium motor runs the worm gear, which runs a small linear actuator, which moves this weird linkage back and forth. I'll maybe try to get some better video back home, but it's either engaging the front and rear halves at a fixed rotation using these 24-tooth gears, or it's using these ones, which are inverted compared to each other. So that's how the steering logic works. So changing steering modes is very slow because it's a worm gear going into a linear actuator, but it gives me the precise control that I wanted. So here we go, normal 4-wheel steering. It's definitely struggling a bit, but it's getting there. And now, I just got to bring my steering all the way back over into crab steering mode. Not there yet. There we go. Well, let's just try some driving. Yeah, open differentials are not its friend. I'm on a pretty significant slope here. Uh-oh. Yeah. Here's the model without the bodywork. See the XL motor there and the V8 on the servo motors for the shifting through that chain. The gears are, we're using a 12-tooth clutch back there, then a 20-tooth, and then a 16 here. This here is for the steering. That's the linkage that moves back and forth. Steering with these linear actuators, which are driven by these universal joint shafts there. The brakes down there. Yeah. That's pretty much what we got.